Hi everyone, welcome to my Just Saying video number 2. This is Christy, the creator and owner of Just Saying. I am working on today, or just going to finish up the 4th card. I'm going to show you the video on how I created this one here. I have got products using Stampin' Up, and I'm using the purple is Perfect Plum with crushed curry, red rose, and I'm using the stamp set and framelits from the flower patch. I am also using one stamp here, this splatter effect from Gorgeous Grunge. That is going to help me create a very, in my terms, a simple, pretty birthday card. So I've got some things kind of started. I have pre-stamped my flower, and then the second one, which will help me build. I've also, I don't know if you saw it on the video, on the card, but there's this little insert here of a basic gray, the dots, the center of the flower. So I'm using, like I said, crushed curry, perfect plum, and rose red. I've started off with my pieces. Again, the cardstock base is going to be in perfect plum. It's 5.5 by 4 1/4 once it's scored and folded. Layered on with crushed curry, the polka dots of rose red, a layer of crushed curry, and a layer of white. This is what I'm going to stamp on first to get me that splatter and the greeting. So let me just get my sheet of white so that I can stamp off and not wreck my mat any more than it already is. Okay, rose red for my greeting. Photopolymer, I need my little foam paper piercing mat. Photopolymer doesn't have a sponge layer so that you can see straight through it. So stamping on this paper piercing mat gives you that little cushion. Just pushing and holding, straight down, straight up. And there's my sentiment. Close that one up, followed by my crushed curry splatter effect. I'm going to do a technique here called stamping off. So I'm just inking up my stamp. I'm going to actually stamp this one off twice. Stamp, stamp, and a third one, stamp. Just to kind of fill some of that white space, but not with a lot of color. So the greeting and the background are done. This can move away, out of the way. I'm done with that for a second. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot to cut out my flowers. There was a bundle that if you purchased the stamp set, you got the framelits. Where am I here? Haha, sorry, I went off camera. The framelits, all the little framelits to cut out these flowers. So sometimes I do what's called fussy cutting and I trim around, and then sometimes I have framelits. So I was just checking there to see which side I should have this what was clear acrylic tray. Those that are familiar with stamping, it is a sandwich. I'm using my magnetic platform with the acrylic trays, acrylic trays with cardstock, framelit. You see what I'm trying to do? There we go. Okay. I'm trying to line up the bumps with the bumps and then put it down. So because I've now used this one 4 times and I can't figure out where my bumps go, I make a little tick. That is the petal to try to line up. That's the odd one. That is your indicator of which way the framelit goes on your stamped image. Run that through my big shot. You're going to have a little bit of shaking. The camera stand is on the carpet beside me, and I'm obviously using this on my desk. But it still somehow shakes the camera. Okay, now in this flower there is one that doesn't have bumps, little bumps in between, and the little bumps in between are missing from here. So I've made that tick already, and then I just need to line up the rest of it. Top acrylic plate and run it through. And back again. So I've made 3 cards to completion. I'm showing you the 4th one. So I've run through the large cutout now 4 times, and now the small one 4 times individually to create the cards. There's my other flower. That one back and set it aside. So pretty basic in my opinion of this card. It's fairly easy to cut all my pieces and then just layer them as I need them. So I'm going to first start with my crushed curry and the patterned paper. Put these 2 together. While I'm doing this, I should say that while I'm not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I do try to exclusively use their product so that the coordinating papers, ribbons, stamps, framelits, all of it coordinates. But because I follow one producer, I also follow on Pinterest various demonstrators. This card is cased, which is copy and share everything. It's cased by Brian King. And it is his card. His card is labeled on Pinterest as Too Much Happy, and it's got Fab Friday 59. His were in different colors, and I've just changed up the colors to suit what I want. Haha, because I can. But everybody seems to be good at sharing what they do. So the layer, I gave you the measurement of the card, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. This yellow or crushed curry is 5 1/4 by 4. The designer series paper is 5 by 3 3/4. This one here is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And my white layer that I did with the dots and the greeting is 4 by 3. So on almost all of them I've gone down by 1/4 of an inch, except between the, I guess, 3rd layer here. I wanted a little bit more of the polka dots to show. So that's the card assembled there. All I need to do is attach my flowers. So flipping these over, I'm going to attach my Stampin' Dimensionals. I have a little trick I'll show you in just a second to get these. There's a protective layer kind of thing to keep it from sticking to everything. But I just stick my thumbnail into the top and I peel off, revealing the sticky bit. And stick. Now I've done the 4 sticky bits there, and the next one will go here in the middle. I do take into consideration people purchasing these cards and then mailing them to their families and friends. So that flower does squish down to one little layer on its own. For this little doodad in the middle, I'm using the Tree Builder punch, or you can have it as a cloud. There's a little apple, a raindrop, a flower, and a little bird with a branch of a tree, or the tree itself. So I'm just going to open it up. I'm using just the little flower, and I'm going to, as closely as I can, put the paper in and punch it out. It's not perfect. It's okay. I don't think Stampin' Up! Thought that somebody would use that for that little piece. That little piece there. I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere this little top piece. If I can. Try not to lean into the camera and I can't see what I'm doing. And stick that down to the flower. So there's the one that I've just made. And 4 others. So I do have a Facebook page if you'd like to follow what I post. It's Christy Just Saying. I'm also on Pinterest and Instagram. Thank you for watching my second video. I hope to have more coming sooner. Have a great day.